Hi everybody, welcome back to All Fabric 3, episode 14 with me, Sid, and I've been pootling around the server and doing stuff. I've been back into the end and done a little bit more exploration and brought a few more bits back. I do want to show you these that we find. You find them out in the Cryptic Stone area, and you do need, let me go and make sure I've got my Silk Touch pick. You do need a Silk Touch pick to pick them up, but that is some fairly hefty smokage. Now that one's the same but pointy. Yeah, so I found those interesting, so I grabbed a bunch. And what else? Was there anything else? I've got a few more bits of machine frame and stuff. Umbrella tree saplings. Those umbrella trees, I'll have to show you those at some point. Again, I'm not going to be doing a lot over in there. There is something I do want to investigate today in a way of exploration. But what I really want to do today, if I can get out here, I think there's actually a slime over there, so I might go and grab that first. But we're doing, as long as it's not an illuminant slime. Yeah, it's a little blue one. These guys are not. So hey, back off, Mr. Ratty. Yeah. You cheeky little rat. Oh, anyway, bottles better, probably more useful to me than potions. So around the place, I've done a little bit of work. I have put a fence around the pond, and that is because within the pond I have got, apart from I've got a few ducks and 2 flamingos, which appeared not to hatch that time. I think, well, I'm not sure, that's a duck egg. And yeah, I've just generally made the place look, there we go, little baby duckling. Just nice. I mean, it has no real point, but it's it just doesn't have to have a point. Its point is being. Now over here I have laid out some netherrack. Now this is a plan for a structure which we're going to build today. I've also over here, I want to get rid of this, by the way, that tree thing isn't much good. I've added a warped barrel in here with a whole load of tree taps, so I can get this stuff as and when I need to without having to keep going backwards and forwards. And here is another netherrack outline for a structure, and I went and got myself a pig. I also went and killed a whole load of pigs to get bacon. Inside, I've moved things around in here. This will probably change a bit more, lots to have more building space, but right now I've got a big space to make lots of cheese, and I've got multiple things of cheese culture. So 2 of those will run one lot of cheese, which will give me enough cheese to run the food machine, because that thing is almost, so I've got plenty of toast, I've got plenty of golden carrots, I've got loads of bacon, a little bit of cheese, mostly a little bit of these, but these are, you know, some of these are in bigger quantities than others, smaller quantities. I do need to go and get some more broccoli. And in terms of that is probably about it. As I say, I've done a little bit more exploring around the place, but that's more or less it. Anyway, what I did want to do, however, is in here I've got an electronic circuit and some refined iron, lead to make a battery. Battery will make a basic chainsaw, and if I had the ability to, if I look at the uses for that, I can make the advanced chainsaw, but I need a lithium battery. A lithium battery requires me to have an assembling machine with aluminium plate and lithium, so obviously we would need to make one of these. And Also, if I can get myself back out there and just look at the uses for this again, we would also need lithium, which means I need an industrial electrolyzer. So that, and again, need to make stuff. I'm not too worried about having the upgraded, but I have left the recipe there, and we'll quickly charge this up. Well, not like that, we won't. Now, in theory, this thing works fine for doing, for charging up the perforator, but I just wanted something that was actually designed for timber. Seems reasonable to me. Now, in over here, I have got some stuff. This is all the stuff we need, bar 2 bits that we need to make a portable charger. And a portable charger has got everything there except for steel plates. And then we need to make steel. Now, steel we can make a number of ways. With the furnace, with the steel dust, we can use a steam blast furnace, and all sorts of bits and pieces. I think I'm going to go this route, which is the blast furnace. So we are going to need to, well, I was going to go this route to get a blast furnace. But there's a slight stumbling block. I can make an electric furnace, no problem. I can make an advanced machine frame, no problem. I can make an advanced circuit, no problem. What I can't make, if I can get myself back to a position where I've got that thing, is fairly, there we go, back one. Cupro-nickel heating coils require copper and nickel. And interestingly, just this week I've had the question in the comments from blah blah blah, where are we? Larson Gates. So if anybody managed to get nickel yet, apparently you can get it. Hang on, need to go into the comments. I can only see the little. You can get it from an industrial grinder, except you need nickel to make it. So nickel is a weird one, because you need nickel. Now, we've not found any nickel ore. Now, the only place I can see that you can find nickel ore is with a steam quarry, if there's a steel item pipe in there, that, for some reason. And of course, if you've got to find that, you can cook it down to nickel, you can do all the usual bits with it. But what about nickel tiny dust? Well, how do we get that? Well, there's obviously nothing there to get it, so how do I get small piles of nickel? Well, we can use an industrial centrifuge and put copper dust in there, and you get small piles of nickel out of that. An industrial centrifuge should be okay, didn't I? In fact, let me just double check. You are an industrial centrifuge. Let me turn that back on. I'm just going to let this finish processing up this rubber. So if I'm going there, if I put copper dust in, I get gold and nickel. If I put gold dust in, I can get copper. Okay. Iron dust gives me tin and nickel, so iron would be the better system to do, because I've got most of it. Now let me just try something. I'm going to take a stack of iron. And if I want to get iron dust, we can get it from a grind. Oh wow. Come on, there must be a better way of doing it. Let me just see what happens if I stick one of those in there and grind it through. Yeah, so in theory, alright, let's take that up. Iron Dust Applied Energistics, Iron Dust Tech Reborn. Is there a difference? Modern Industrialization or Tech Reborn. So if I want the... That should work then, shouldn't it? Iron Dust Tech Reborn. What am I missing here? There's something missing from this equation. 2. You need to put 2 in to get okay. And that's fine. Right, can I get... I want to just configure this in configure mode, and you are off temporarily. So that should do that, and then you can do that, and eventually you should get one of each, and you need 4 of those to make 1 nickel. So I think we can work this round this way. The other way I'd seen to do it was, if I can find it, you've got the industrial grinder, which I think was the way. Yeah, you need the... No? What did you need for that? There was... I don't think that should be fine. Grinder, electrolyzer and advanced circuit. So you could do it that way. No, that's using nickel. There was something else, I'm sure. Hang on. Yeah. We've found a way. This will work. So I can, but I will need to run 18 dust to get 1 thing of nickel. Okay, let me do that, and I shall be back in a moment. All right, I've been waiting on this. I've got the first whole ingot ready. Let me just quickly throw some of these. I've put a few in recipes together, so that should have got us both from that one. That will give us we're going to need those anyway for what we need. So I made the furnace. I've also made the grinder. Now the reason I need 2 electric furnaces is because you need that for these, but also while we're there we're going to need 2 advanced circuits, so we'll get those going. The only other thing we need is the advanced machine frame and these nickel coils, which oh hang on, these are yes, these are 4s, so this is not as bad. I'm not out 9s. Well, that's I suppose these were grateful for small blessings there. We got a bit of tin out of it as well, but that's really not what we're after. So we're going to cook up that. I don't know whether there is any way of getting more per cook. Probably not. Copper and things will give me copper. Ooh, wow. Nickel, yeah, okay, it's just confused me. That's all I'm asking, confused me. Let's cook those up. Now that'll be the first 2, but we actually need 8 of those, and I've actually got enough for another whole other piece now, which is a bonus. But I'm going to keep this running and just keep feeding it more iron dust, because we need this to be done. And obviously that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and if we jump in there, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which will give us the copper element of that. We're just waiting on the nickel. So that's the thing. I'm going to pop these away for the time being, because I don't know whether I really need them or whether they're just a thing. Can I get that while I'm at it? Yeah, because of course I have done that quest. It's just that it hadn't registered. So that's kind of given us a whole bunch of things which we can get, a few bits of reward for. Nothing major, so that's actually not bad. I don't really need the coal. And gold. And then we've got the extractor, the compressor, and the alloy smelter down there. The electric tree tap might actually be beneficial to us at some point. But moving on, that's what we're actually aiming to make right now, the industrial blast furnace, which will give us a standard machine casing. Interesting. And 8 of those are actually pretty useful too. So yeah, nothing overly exciting in the rewards bag there. In fact, I think we can. I'm going to keep most of this just in here, because if I don't use it for upgrading, then you know I'll cook it for iron later. Skeleton thing, and we'll put that, because I can't imagine it's going to be anywhere near as efficient as that. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh, and I also, while I was out, I got this. I forgot to mention. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, could be useful for certain things. So, but that is probably more useful right now, just from a day-to-day point of view. That one I don't like because it's has an attract. I don't know whether has it. Is it better actually? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's a largely academic question. Right, yes. So let me carry on with this for a bit. As I say, that will give me one, but I actually need this to go through and double up. So I'm just going to let it keep running, really, keep stoking it up. At some point we'll have to build some speed upgrades for it, but that's not right now. In the meantime, I am going to start pulling together my thing. Oh, that's might as well just grab those. The materials I need to start building one of those 2 builds upstairs, and I think the larger of the 2 is probably the more useful. So I'll be doing that. I'll be back in a second. Alright, it's the morning. I pulled together a few bits and pieces. Probably not everything I need yet, but this is kind of a semi kind of weird vision anyway. So let's start off with that. That's going to go there and there, and we are going to come up 3, I think, on 3. Yeah, 3 is good. Oh, and we've definitely got the noise. Of the machine with us, so that's the thing. And what I want to build here basically is a very simple greenhouse. I don't want too much automation in it. It's just going to be a thing to grow crops instead of that garden at the back. As I say, nothing overly fancy. Now I was tempted to go with, green wood or green glass, but that joke's been done to death, hasn't it? For blue houses blue and a red house is red, what colour is a greenhouse? It's actually a terrible old joke, really, when you think about it. But I do like this ebony wood. I happen to have a reasonable amount of it because they come in big trees. So I think that's where I'm going to go. Now you can do like that old one to do that. And then like so. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. And then we'll strip them naked soup. So that will be the kind of structure we get going around for the basics, and I'll take it from there. So let me get that done. I'll be back in a second. All right, just a quick update. Got the structure in. It's going to be a long domed like affair. It's going to be glass for the roof and glass panes for the side. And down here, what we're going to do is we are going to use a mixture of these blocks. I may need to go and get some more rocky stone, but that's not a biggie. And under the pillars are water source blocks, which will hydrate the inside without being visible. So that, I think, hopefully will work okay. Yeah, that's the plan. So I just need to quickly throw that in. Once we've got that in, this lot is going to be just plain old glass panes. I thought about doing it with fancy ones. What I really need to do is just swap that out temporarily so I can use my silky touch. And the middle blocks here are actually not going to be glass panes the way the door goes, but they are going to be glass, and we're going to exploit this block here, so it will still be glass. It doesn't join. No. Oh, I can work that. Oh, that was annoying. Okay. So we're going to have to go like so, and like so, and probably like so. Maybe actually that should be a hoof block as well. I need to make more, but I think that'll work. I mean, it was not what I wanted. I did actually want these panes to join up, but we will take what we can get when we get it. So that will give me the greenhouse. Nothing can get in, but if I sneak, I can just walk straight through the ethereal glass, which, as a door mechanism, I think works fine. Now I'm going to get the glass in. I'm going to get all that. In terms of the roof, and I might put a central strut down the middle yet. It is going to be simply glass. I can't really think of. I could perhaps, because we do have glass slabs, so I could make the glass go further with that perhaps, and also make it, well, glass is unspawnable anyway, but make it recess a little bit. That might work. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let me throw some stuff down, throw a few blocks in, and we will see how we go. Back in a bit. Alright, we are making some progress. He's not. So we got the thing in. We can shift in here. We've got the plots. They are 16 blocks each. We're going to have anything we use in our sandwiches, we're going to have a whole plot dedicated to. So strawberries, broccoli, I can't remember what else is there. Golden carrots we get from our villagers. The rest of these are going to be a line per crop. So hopefully we'll have enough to keep a reasonable variation going on in here. These are scorched platforms. These are platform blocks. These are half platform variant, and they were ideal for hanging the lanterns on, which has illuminated this entire interior perfectly. And there is a option in here to fertilize these blocks with things. Now, I don't know whether this wears off. I'm not entirely sure what the effect of doing this is, but I'm going to guess, if I was guessing, or gambling kind of person, that this increases the growth ticks of crops planted on it. As I said, I don't know whether it runs out, but does that matter? If it does, we've not really lost anything. We've got a mob farm, and that will produce bone meal for us all day. I have got a few more crop seeds to plant as well, but first things first, I'm going to get this down. I'm going to distress the top of this a little bit as well, just to give it a little bit more character, because at the moment it's a little bit clean, and I think it could do with just a little bit rough, being a bit rough around the edges, you know, as if things have been growing in the gutters. And so that's an area or plan, and then it's a matter of sowing the seeds, and I've done with all the nickel, or at least all the nickel for now. So yeah, first things first, I think we should go and harvest ourselves a few more leaves. I don't think there's anything unpleasant out here, so let's have a look. Am I just going to be as easy to use this on the silt? Will that even? Yeah, of course it would, won't it? Yeah, that'll do. Rather than faffing around with shears, we'll do that. That should be enough. So the idea here is going to be, for example, we'll take that block out there, and if I can just, no, I didn't quite get my jump right. There we go. There, we can bring a little bit of the leafage over here. And then down like the side. So just a bit of that, nothing too excessive, but if I can get that to look nice, then so much better. I will also roughen up the edge with dirt, different dirts around the edges again, to give it that texture. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with that right now. Back in a moment. All right, I've made a start, so it's decorated, and I'm happy enough with that as decoration. I have got in here now a section of sweet potatoes, a section of normal potatoes, a section of broccoli, and a section of strawberries. So that's the bulk, and I've got, if we forget those, these are the seeds that are left over from that. Now I can use these, but what I've done outside is I've created this wee beastie, which will just, I put the seeds in there. This a wooden hopper, it doesn't need to be a full-on hopper there, wooden hopper going into there to put the bone meal in. So that's all good. I have also put some of these into play, and I just want to see if I can't get a few apple trees in the area. That's a bit tall, but it doesn't really matter. So, oh, hello. Did not mean to do that. So in theory, we can plant these. These are created just with 2 of the fruit and an oak sapling, and then you get the apple tree. So I'm going to put one of those over there. I think we'll stick, maybe even just stick one in around about here if I can get away with it. That will work. And maybe even one here. So just to put them around the place just to give us some things. I've got a lot of apples on it, but you know, it's not about quantity. It's about decorating in a certain way, and also having the food producing. So one of the food items we're using a lot of, in this case apples, is part of our sandwich machine. It doesn't have to be part of our sandwich machine. There you go, a couple of little apple trees there, and we're sorted. Right, so the next thing I need to do is is transfer the crops from the garden over there and also the new seeds and put a line in for each. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, well, it's the next day now actually. I locked off and continued the following morning for a change. But the garden at the back here is gone. I've got plans for this area, so yeah, and obviously we've got plenty of ducks and things up here, and because this is chunk loaded and I've left it, we are fully grown in here now. So got all the spuds, all the broccoli, cherries, sweet potatoes, mixes of barleys, wheat, oats and corn. This one doesn't want to drop me any small seeds, so a cucumber over there, basically a whole load of other things, carrots, mustards, peppers, chili peppers, coffee, green onions, and up this end I've put down the fruits. So, ow, now one of these, ow, will let me in there, but it's going to be a bit of a pain to pick them. But to be honest, I'll probably not use them much, because obviously these are the fruit. These are better. That one's all right. It doesn't bother me. It just slows me down, and I think, yeah, it classes as fruit as well. So, you know, it's fine. You can just come in here and grab your bits, get your melon on, get a bit of blueberries. I may need to reevaluate this one, but if I've got blueberries which don't and blueberries which do, maybe I shouldn't have those in there. Maybe we should mix in something like, let me just think this through. So take out those. So these are obviously going to work like that, and then we just take our cranberries. If I can find my cranberry seeds, there they are. And then at least I can walk down that aisle, and then I can put my sweet berries in on that side, walk down there, and let's take the honeydew melons. Honeydew, where are you, honeydew? And then these are not quite so spiky, and then we can take those blueberries and they can go there. And obviously you can just, you know, harvest this whenever. These are the best coffee plants in the world, by the way, because they actually drop cups of coffee. That should be a thing. And yeah, nice and easy. Probably don't need to harvest those a lot. That's more of a completionist thing, because we've got that lot. And then as you come out here, just grab those and go there. Seeds, seeds, seed, seeds, seed, 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 seed. And that's all movement over there. And then come back in, grab the strawberries, and get all the stuff that we actually need for our sandwich making machine. Seems to be a reasonable device. I think that's all the seeds, isn't it? There's your broccolis. Yeah, so I think that works fine. And they don't look bad. And I'm going to grab a quick screenshot from the outside, I think. Let's do it like that. Fully lit. The roof isn't, that band at the top, but I'm not worried about that one. So the other thing we need to do at some point is a pigsty. This has gone on a bit longer than I anticipated, so it will probably not have the pigsty in it, but I'll just drop off most of this. Potatoes are going to be baked. Pineapples, broccoli we keep, sweet potatoes we keep, and those. And the rest go in there. And what I've actually been doing down here is keeping... I moved a load of the things down. I'll move the rest down later. I may actually move them over to this side though. But yeah, that's simple, does the job. And how are you? I'll stick those to bake as well. So while I've been doing all of that, of course, that thing has been working, and consequently we now have a whole load more I don't know why I keep thinking it's a 9. I suppose it's because everything else is normally a 9 when you have to combine it up. There you go, get the tin in there. And take that tin as well. Actually, we'll put the tin in. I don't need to cook that desperately. And, oops, hello. We'll whack in, in fact, we'll turn that round. I only need another 4 of those, I think. Oh, there we go, yeah. The others are spare. So that's one way of getting nickel in this version of the game. And that will... No. Nickel and copper. Oh, hang on. No, that's right. In a rolling machine. Ha! Sneaky, sneaky, nasty thing. Alright, well, that we can do. Couple more advanced circuits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some more things, and 12 of them. That's simple enough. That lot in like so. Let's go again. What do I need? The rolling machine. So I'm going to need a basic machine frame. So that's 9. 10. Let's do this properly. I'm going to need to do more of these yet anyway, because there are other things we need to do, but that's fine. What else do we need? Oh, pistons. 4 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to populate my redstone box as well. So, why are you there? Okay. Da, da, da. 10 of those. 1 machine frame. That went there, didn't it? I think. Yep, and then we need redstone, glowstone, and lapis. So 2 of them. Take those. That's the one, isn't it? If I remember rightly, yep. I do need to get some more glowstone actually, so I'll probably have to go to the nether at some point and do a little bit of that harvesting. And then the last thing we're going to need to make is 2 compressors. So that's 8. 16 of the hooferite. No. Yeah, 16 because I need to do 2. And a couple of those for the circuit. And another 3. 6 of those. we've already gone through that rubber. I only did that before we started. Oh, we got a little bit more actually, it's not so bad. We still have gone through it though, like a dose of salts. Right, let's get those. And those. And then, oops. Need a bit of redstone again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, take your time, why don't you? While I'm at it, for a compressor, I also need 6 iron plates for 2 compressors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. And I'm going to need 8 smooth stone. I haven't got 8 smooth stone, so let's just whack that through as well. Nope, that one. Those. Some of those. That gives me 2 of those. Grab those. Do that. That gives me your basic machines. 6 of those. Oh, I've got loads of that smooth stone. I really need to just keep some in like stock. Two compressors. Oh, and we got a thing, and then there's a rolling machine, which will go in here. We've not got basic cable. A couple of gold and some nickelite. I think that's basic. I think it's basic cable I use at the back there. This is where I find out it isn't. I know I use Mark II for the power transfer, but this is actually more simplified. I really do need to decorate. I know I don't need to decorate back here, and power-wise, we've got absolutely plenty of stuff. We got one rolling machine. But at some point I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? Right, let's get these things done. And we will be good and happy. Well, oh, no sound. Yeah, while that's cooking, let's put some of this stuff away. I think I'll be back in a second. All right. We have got our Cupro nickel coils, and they were, oh, what the hell? They were going in here, 4 of them. So that's that particular bit done. Now, the last thing we need is an advanced machine frame. Now, advanced machine frame is pretty straightforward, but if I remember correctly, bit of a pain though. I need another 3 of those, don't I? 1, 2, 3. Probably more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just do 16 of those for starters. Get those cooking while I'm thinking about it. So the advanced machine frame is uses carbon plates and alloy plates. Advanced alloy plates made with advanced alloy. Advanced alloy is made by mixing a mixed metal ingot and smelting it down. That is made with 3 refined, so slightly more. I've done slightly too much. 3 bronze and 3 tin. 1, 2, 3. How many do you get for that? Because I need 2. You get 1. Oh wow, I need more bronze then, don't I? because that'll only give me enough for 2. Alright, I'm going to be making some bronze. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so that should be everything we need. I'll just bring these back. Well, everything we need for these ingots. There's a little bit more bronze cooking over there, but... Oh, it makes double. Okay, I can live with that. So they're cooking there. At the meantime, I've also pulverized 64 coal, and that is going to make me 16 of those, which will make me 8 of those. Those go into the compressor, and that should be cooking those up. Wow. I love microcrafting. It's one of my favourite things to do in the whole wide world. Still, then we'll be able to make steel, and then we'll be able to do more microcrafting than we've ever wanted to. And 8 of those. I don't know why I think I need a date. Why do I think I need a date? Oh, they need to be, 2 of those need to be compressed, that's right. I made way too much of everything, but that's fine. 1, 2. Yeah, I needed 4, not 8, and I doubled everything up, didn't I? Okay, not a problem. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. But yeah, I only needed 1. That was why I'd... Okay, it's not a problem. Because there is our industrial blast furnace. I'm going to stick those in the tech chest, because that's where they belong. And I've got something. Oh, that's because I need the steel to do this. That was right. I knew there was something I was doing all of this for. It's amazing how easy it is to forget what you're actually making after a while. But that can go in there. That... We'll get one of those. That can go away in there. That will give us access to this, the industrial blast. Ooh. Oh. Today I learned something. Okay. It's a multi-block. God damn it. Right, let's just grab that for a second. Put you in there and toggle the hologram. Oh, it's actually not. It goes. Alright. Well, that's actually interesting in its own right. I'm not entirely sure whether that's even going to fit in here. But it's... I know what they are, but I can't remember what they're called. Tech Reborn. It's the standard machine casing. Wow. Okay, and we're going to need quite a few standard machine casings. I don't think I've had been given any standard machine casings. So if I were to look at a stand... You get 4 for each one, and it's an electric... Oh, wow. More microcrafting. Okay, how many do I actually need? Let's just have a look. I need 9, 18, plus 16. So 20, 34 of them. And you get... So if I make enough to make 40, that would probably be... Well, actually make 36, wouldn't it? 9 lots of these. So 9 sixes, obviously 54, plus the machine cases. So that's another So I want 54 plus 9 machine cases, 9, 8, 72, 64, that's 72. Alright, I will be back in a mo. As I suspected, my bottleneck has been rubber, but I went and did another tree tapping session, so that should give me enough to make all these lovely. Why have I only got 6 on each of those? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's where I wanted all my stuff. So there is a whole load of machine casings. I'm going to turn you off for a second, just you're just annoying. And I'm going to grab a couple of those. I'm going to grab a couple of those. I'm going to go and find some lava. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, and there we go. Got some lava. Right, so I've cleared out the space, I've put everything in, and I've actually run the wires around. I've decided, because it's a big old multi-block, to run the wires round all the way around here to the back, and we'll hide it back here because it's, you know, hidden. So we are going to place down these. Now I'm going to need to somehow get above this to place these lava source blocks, or at least one of them. That's not too bad, we can do that one. And then that one. And that appears to be everything in place, I think. Let's go and see what it's doing now. I assume that indication on the display was to put lava there. I mean, I can't imagine what else a lava bucket would mean. Interesting, we get that little thing. Oh, and it is hot. Ooh, and it's charged. Cool. Which means finally, I don't know whether you've got the option to show me your recipes. You haven't, have you? But if I look at the industrial blast furnace, wherever you are, you can cook aluminium for starters. That's the thing, and chrome. We can actually, looks like we can reclaim diamonds from diamond gear, and I've got some cursed stuff, so that's interesting. And from thing, we can make hot tungsteel ingot, tungsten steel, not tungsteel. But what we actually wanted it for was steel, which you make with refined iron and coal dust. Now what we wanted the steel for was to make this wee beastie here, which uses a Mark IV thingy, and it was, get there eventually, the portable charger. We need 2 steel plates, so we can get 1, 2 of them. We can get 8 coal. We can grind the coal, we can cook the iron, we can pop those away in the tech chest. I just saw some plates, but I remember what they were at the last minute and didn't embarrass myself too much. And in theory, we should be able to make 2 steel. Takes a while. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, we've got the steel. Now the question is, if I whack that steel in there, Yes, we do get steel plates. Ooh. 1 and 2. Which just leaves the crafting of this. And we charge it up. And let's see, you are not charged. How do I... Now you are, and you're down. Okay. Pretty cool. I am happy with that. And obviously we've got this thing here, which, I mean, that only carries 250,000, so it's not a huge amount, but it did give us some quests. So let's jump in here and claim our pizzas for some reason, and some standard machine casing for some reason. These look, that obviously is for matter fabricating into that lot, but we've got some way off of that. I think I've got some quests elsewhere. Portable charger, so we'll have a couple of batteries. We got, oh, I picked these up on the other thing, didn't I? Yes. And Croptopia I've done. Oh, I've got flour. Oops. Salt. Coffee. That appears to be everything. So we've got a bit of food. We've got a banana tree. We got, for some reason, honeydew seeds. But most of it is pretty useless. Yeah, it's not great stuff that we need. So we'll pop those away in there because they're just tech. Pop the food away in the relevant pop food things. That seed I don't need. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I went on a little bit longer than I thought I was because this thing threw us the curveball of being a multi-block. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.